There we go. Can you hear me now? Looks like we got it. Can you hear me? Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, good. Alright. Anyways, as I was saying, as I tried to say earlier, hey you guys! Baby Root! Raziel, God's Warrior, Big Country, Zombie, Shannon, who else we got here? Popeye, Saturday Morning Retro. We got Metal Gear, Dog Karma, Jason Lamore. I usually like to say hi to y'all as y'all show up. Crypto Billy, you goonies! Anyway, I apologize for the audio mishap there. I don't know what happened. That's never happened to me before. It just froze up. But it was who was it there? Zombie, I think, told me to unplug it and plug it back in. Hell, he saved the day. That was it. That fixed it. I've never had to do that before. So anyway, Jeff7, what's up? Glad to see you here, you goonie. Yeah, happy Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween. Hope y'all having a great day, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. What a great! That's awesome to have Halloween on Friday night, right? Yeah. So how y'all doing? Yeah, well, thanks for bearing with me during the technical difficulty. The thing that we had talked about earlier, Baby Ruth and green apple soda. Yeah, I used to love those old-fashioned, the old cream sodas back in the day, the good ones when it was really cream soda. That used to be my favorite. Don't do it, Jeff. Don't do it, dude. You'll end up burning on a pyre or something, dude, or in some basement. Looks like Jason Voorhees without a mask. Yeah. You can thank my wife for decorating like this. I think I'm still kind of dirty from work, but I didn't have much time. I literally just got back, walked through the door, and sat down. That's why I didn't even have time to realize anything was wrong with the audio. So, but everything's going good. Gotta try some. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had the green apple soda. I like Baby Ruth though. Remember Chunk and Sloth and the Baby Ruth? IBC still makes a good cream soda. Jeff, I think I've seen those. Yeah, I think I've seen those in Publix. I have to get me some of those. I still like a cream soda. Oh yeah, my wife, yeah, she did all this decorating, so y'all have to give her credit for that. I think she did a bang up job. It looks cool as hell. I like her the big skull back here. He's awesome. Yeah. Rocky Road. Oh yeah, Rocky Road, huh? God's Warrior. Rocky Road. Baby Ruth. Frosty. I've never even heard of that one, Metal Gear. Jones. I've heard of Jones, Jeff. Green apple soda. I'll have to check that one out too. I know in Publix they've got a lot of those kind of, I don't know, what do you call them, specialty sodas, you know. So I've heard of Jones and IBC. I've seen them, you know, on the shelves in Publix. So I'm gonna have to grab some of those. Combos. I used to love what were those? Yeah, combos. Yeah, weren't those like the crunchy pizza things with the cheese in the middle? The flavored tiger ales? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look next time I'm in Publix. I'm gonna have to actually look at those things. Fizzed. Popeye. Retro. Cheese puffs and plain M&Ms. My favorite are those, just the original Doritos, the whatever it was, taco flavor or whatever. Those are my favorite chips of all time. Just the, you know, the taco flavored Doritos, the nacho, no, not the nacho cheese, just the original ones. And remember the plain bag they used to have? Well, they still, once in a while, they'll come out with them again with the retro, you know, the old retro bag. And you can get the old style Doritos. I love those things. Those are my favorite. New Cola. Yeah, I've never seen those, Raziel. That'd be cool as shit, dude. No, actually, it's not too bad. No. It's cool in here. It's actually pretty well ventilated. Yeah. My head caved in though. Right there. Took a shot. Took a shot to the head. My eye. Oh, my eye. I love that movie, Goonies. Yeah, I love that shit. We just watched it a few days ago. When that dude yells down into the well. You Goonie! What was that girl's name? Damn. I just watched the damn movie. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Alright, God's Warrior. Yeah, Cool Ranch Doritos are good, but my favorite are just those regular taco flavor, the very original Doritos. Nacho cheese Doritos and French onion dip, I've never tried that. Yeah, I like those flavors, Raziel. Some good root beer. Shit, that's hard to beat, dude. Root beer, ginger ale, and cream soda. Yeah, I like those. I like all of those, yeah. Yeah, Saturday morning. I used to be able to eat a whole bag of chips too. And I'm with you, dude. I'm too old for that shit now. I'll eat a little handful of, just a few of them, and I'm done. I'm like that with everything now, though. Like a bag of those little candy bars. That shit'll last me, 2 months probably. Oh, okay. Andy, yeah, Popeye, yeah. Andy, you goonie. Yeah, yep. Bugles used to be awesome. Root beer floats, yeah, zombie. Green River Soda Underground? Is that named after the Green River Killer? That'd be messed up, dude. Some serial killer soda. Yep. Texas, what's up? Tex-Mex Skywatcher. What's up, Tex? Glad to see ya. You goonie. You want a baby root, dude? Baby Ruth. Yeah, look how small these things are now. Look how tiny these candy bars are now. And they're charging like $3 for these things, these damn things. I'm like, holy shit, man. Our candy bars were way bigger back in the day. They were 50 cents, you know what I mean? They're making them smaller and smaller and raising the prices on these things. I had to get one for tonight's show, though. Baby Ruth. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't eat, I really don't eat Doritos anymore, Raziel, unless, like I said, once in a while they'll come out with that retro, the regular taco flavor from back when I was a kid, and if I see those, I gotta get them. I'm not gonna lie. I get them bitches. Oh, okay. Old school Green River, alright. Boston Coolers or ginger ale floats? I didn't know that. I used to love floats, though. Yeah, root beer floats and Coke floats. Just put vanilla ice cream in any damn soda and it's pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? Shrinkflation, yeah, Shannon. Yeah, the big candy bar. Yeah, Tex. We used to have big old candy bars in the big bottle of glass, the glass bottle of Cokes. Yeah, the Mellow Yellow and what was another brand? The RC Cola was pretty big when I was a kid. That was a pretty regular one. Yeah, Raziel. And they're making the packages smaller and smaller. I mean, shit, if you go to the gas station and you look at a package of the little like single serving size of Doritos, the package is just like that big, but hell, there's only a little bit of Doritos in the bottom of it. Okay. Yeah, 15 cents when you were 7. The cheap, I remember 25 cents when I was a little kid. Now as a young teenager, they went up to 50 cents, but I could go in there with $1, and get a candy bar and a soda. Shit, now you can't get either one. Hell, with a whole dollar. But I remember when they were 25 cents each. I could go in with $1, get a pack of gum, a candy bar, and a soda, and get change back after taxes. Yeah. Yeah, popcorn balls, God's Warrior, yeah. Yeah, that's always been one of my favorites, Metal Gears, the creamsicles. Those, they're the ice cream on a stick, but it's the vanilla ice cream in the middle, with the orange stuff around it. Yeah, that's always been one of my favorites. I love those creamsicles and fudgesicles. Shit, I can eat I used to be able to eat a box of fudgesicles when I was a kid. I love those things. Old Boston baked beans, yeah, Underground. That shit was good. Oh yeah, milk duds in a bowl of popcorn. Yeah, that shit would be good, dude. And candy apples that had to be X-rayed. yeah, zombie candy bars. Oh shit. When I remember when COVID, because I used to get I'd get myself almond Snickers once in a while at the gas station, and they were like $1 something, whatever. They were still that's still stupid expensive, but whatever, I'd get myself one once in a while just because I liked them. Throw it in my lunch bag and have it at lunch when I ate lunch or whatever. But I went in there, right after COVID kicked off and shit, and I went to grab one and I snatched one off the shelf and started to walk away, and I looked back and it was like $3.69. And I looked at that little thing and I was like, hell no. And I haven't had one since, dude. I'm not paying that stupid money for that shit. Oh yeah, Double Bubble. And then, did y'all used to love those blow pops as much as I did? I could get like four. That was the best gum ever. I mean, you know, I'd say it was tied with the Big League Chew for the best gum ever. But the gum inside those blow pops, that shit was so awesome. Yeah. But the flavor didn't last very long at all once you started chewing the gum. Almond Joys, yeah. Yeah, those are good. Almond Joys got nuts. Peter Paul Mounds don't. You all remember that? Oh yeah, push-ups, the ice cream and the toilet paper tube. Yeah, zombie. Yep. Oh no shit. Damn, dude. You could make money reselling that shit down here underground. Yeah, Tex. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta watch out for the quicksand, dudes. Yeah. Yeah, X-ray free. And remember all the wax candy they had? Like they had like the little Coke bottles that was filled with some kind of Kool-Aid like liquid. I don't know. I never knew what the hell was in those things, but they were little wax Coke bottles and you could bite the end off of it and drink the liquid inside. Then they had the wax lips, the big the big wax lips, and all kinds of shit, all kinds of wax candy. I forget what the hell. All kinds of stuff they had, but it was all different kinds of stuff made out of wax. And I don't see that stuff anymore either. Probably, millennials did some stupid shit with it or whatever and got it banned, got wax candy banned for doing dumb shit. Oh, nobody lay a finger on my Butterfinger. Yeah, Metal Gear. Oh, Bazooka Joe or Extra. Now, Bazooka Joe is pretty good. Yeah, that's not, nobody can say that's bad bubblegum. That shit was good. Yeah, I used to like Bazooka Joe too, especially since they had the little cartoons. Yeah. Yeah, that's an entrepreneurial spirit right there, Underground. Yeah. And those blow pops were so good. I'm telling you, that was one of my favorite candies. Yeah, Crunchy Munch, Cracker Jacks. The zebra is a liar. I used to love that gum too. Yeah. Yeah, your mom ate Rolos at the movies. Tex, yeah. Were you watching E.T.? Yeah, that wax candy. Juice jugs, yeah. Wheel Gauge, what's up, you goonie? Glad you could make it. Yeah, Rolos are awesome, dude, yeah. Yeah, Junior Mints. I used to, along with the popcorn, I think just the regular popcorn and M&Ms were my favorite probably at the movies back in the day. That shit just went together good, The chocolate and the salty popcorn and the soda. Hell, I was ready to go. The bug suckers. Oh, what were Popeye? What? That sounds familiar as shit, dude. Was it like gummy bugs or something? Or was it like the wax? Or were they wax candy? Reese's Pieces. Yeah, Metal Gear. Remember that big craze they had over the Reese's Pieces? Yeah, that shit was everywhere, dude. Yeah, all over TV. All over the marketing for that shit was insane. Yeah, I heard about that, Shannon. I was curious about that because on the channel, somebody in the comments was telling me about Kinder Eggs, and I didn't know what the hell Kinder Eggs were. So I looked it up, and I found out that some guy had recently been arrested by the FBI because he had, just like one or two Kinder Eggs in his damn, in his luggage or whatever coming back from Canada. And I talked about it on an episode of Gen X Stinks last year. Like, our FBI, that's what we're spending our money on? Busting some poor schlub just, trying to bring his kids a couple Kinder Eggs. It's not like he had a semi-truck with 10,000 of them and, he's coming across to sell them. He just had a couple of them in his damn luggage. But, yeah, that shit blows my mind. Oh, Laffy Taffy, yeah. Root beer barrels, yep. Yeah, Raziel. Heath bars. I used to like Heath bars, but one time when was it? Probably 7th grade, I think. I ate a Heath bar, and then I got really sick afterward, and threw it up. And ever since then, I couldn't eat a Heath bar. You just get that relation, whenever you see something, even just looking at it, I was like, oh, no. I've never eaten one since. Yeah, but I used to like them. Kit Kat bar, yeah, give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Remember that? Yeah. Oh, whatchamacallits, dude, yeah, I used to love those damn things, too. Oh, okay. Popeye, they had bugs that were coated inside of a lollipop. Oh, alright. No, I've never seen those, dude. Jujubes, yeah, underground. Yeah. Yeah, whatchamacallits, I forgot about those. Scores, yep. Yeah, zombie. Are they still selling Popeye? Yeah, I've never even heard of those or seen them. Yeah, Raziel. Yeah. Yeah, peanut butter and nougat candies, yeah. Yeah, those 3 foot. Oh, yeah, dude, they did. Yeah, I forgot about that. They had those long licorice ropes, didn't they? But I haven't seen those in forever. Now, yeah. And they were smooth. They weren't twisted like the Twizzlers. They were smooth, huh? Underground. Oh, yeah, Zero Bar Zombie, yeah. Oh, Bit-O Honeys. Who said Bit-O Honeys? Raziel, now you're talking my language, dude. I used to love those things. Oh, they used to give pennies. Oh, I just watched the Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. And I remember watching that when I was a kid, and I got mad at the people, that were the adults who were handing out candy because they kept giving Charlie Brown rocks. It brought back those memories of, when I was a kid. I used to hate those adults that were handing out the candy because they gave poor Charlie Brown rocks. And that used to piss me off so bad when I was a kid. Now I think about it, I'm like, well, it's a cartoon. They're not real people. Some idiot drew up and wrote a cartoon. It's not, Charlie Brown didn't really get rocks. Charlie Brown doesn't really exist. But I used to get so mad when I watched that shit when I was a little kid. Snickers, Reese's, and Twix. Yeah, Popeye. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that combo there. Oh, Charleston Chews. Yeah. York Peppermint Patties. Juicy Fruit in a Bag. Oh, Fruit Roll-Ups. Y'all remember? They might still have Fruit Roll-Ups. I remember when they first came out with those, though. Oh, Nerds. Oh, they have Nerds Ropes now? Shannon? I've never seen those. Now and Laters. But, yeah. I can't have those. I got braces. Yeah. Yeah. Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, those were the ones you could make into a shiv, zombie. Yeah. We always did. Every single time we made that bitch into a... Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. Three Musketeers. That's a good one, God's Warrior. Peanut Butter Boppers. I don't know if I ever heard of those. Big Blue and Zero Bar. Yeah, Popeye. Green Tea Kit Kats from Japan. I've never heard of that shit before. Zombie. Alexander the Grape. That reminds me of Grape Ape. Grape Ape. Grape Ape. No shit. That's cool as hell, Raziel. Give you and your brother a full-size bag of full-size candy bars. Yeah. Sing him some Sinatra. You're shitting me, dude. They made you sing Sinatra. That's so rock and roll, dude. That's awesome. Oh shit, dude. Raziel, you're killing me, dude. I used to have to sing old people Sinatra for my candy. Oh shit. Yeah, that's kick ass, dude. Matrix, what's up, dude? Baby Ruth. Remember that, Matrix? A bit's licorice, yeah. Okay, who's that? Raziel? Yeah, I think I heard of that before now. Now that you mention it. Yeah, Japan has all kinds of crazy flavors of Kit Kat, don't they? Yeah, Hanna-Barbera. Grape Ape. I used to love Hanna-Barbera, all their shit, you know. No, I believe you, Raziel. That's just awesome, dude. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Super Friends. Yeah, I used to love the Wonder Twins. Wonder Twin powers, activate. Shape of a giant pterodactyl. Form of, a bucket of shit, whatever he turned into. One of them could become a creature, and the other one could become an inanimate object, So, like, she could turn into a gorilla, and he could turn into a hammer, and, yeah. Yeah, Super Friends was awesome. Oh, they have weird flavors of Oreos, too, Metal Gear in Japan? Yeah, that's crazy how they take stuff and just make weird flavors of it. My wife was telling me something the other day about some pickle flavored shit. And I was like, hell no. No. It was like pickle flavored ice cream or something, or pickle flavored soda or something. I was like, no. I love pickles and I love ice cream, but those those aren't great taste that taste great together. No. You know what I'm saying? Those separate. Pickles, ice cream. No. No. We don't do that. That shit. Yeah, I don't know, but over there in Japan, they got some crazy flavored shit over there. okay, that'd be badass, dude. Underground, a $5,000 Grape Ape mascot costume. Promote your rave production company in the 90s. That would be kick-ass, dude. That would be kick-ass, dude. R. Snyder, what's up, dude? You goonie, R. Snyder? You damn goonie, dude? Baby Root. My boy Snyder, what's up, man? Glad you can make it, dude. I was worried you weren't going to show up. I got hit by a truck today, dude. Messed my eye up a little bit. I think I'll be alright. We'll rub some dirt on it. I'll be alright tomorrow. Little back teen on my lip. I'll be alright. I'll be right as rain tomorrow. No, Crab Man. No, I'm just gonna rub some dirt on it, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna rub some dirt on it. Pocky sticks? I don't remember those, Jeff 7. Pocky sticks. I remember were they the pixie sticks with the dust in them? They were like the little cardboard things with the full of dust, and you had to tear the end off, and then you could eat the. Yeah. Maybe that's what happened to me. That's one of my faces this way because I tried to eat a mouthful of Pop Rocks and drank a Coke. They blew up in my mouth, dude. Yeah, Pop Rocks. Pop Rocks did it. All right, Popeye. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Oh, okay. Yeah. Have a great Halloween, dude. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, Fun Dip. Yeah. Yeah, that was like you had the candy, and then you'd suck on it, then you dip it in the powdered candy. You dip it in more candy. Yeah, that shit was awesome too. Oh, Mexican candy. I bet they got some good Mexican candy. Oh, Jawbreakers, yeah. They had some like Jawbreaker like things in one high school I went to. They had like a little thing that they sold candy and shit, right? And they sold these little. They were like Jawbreakers, but they weren't called Jawbreakers. I forget they were like called Icy Hots or something. And I think they were a nickel each or something like that. But they were really spicy, like cinnamon hot on one layer, and then the next layer they'd be like icy but sweet, and then they'd go back to hot to sweet to hot to sweet. You know what I mean? All the way through the whole thing. It'd go from burning hot to icy sweet to burning hot, and I love those things, man. Yeah, they were really good. I can't remember the name of them though. I want to say they were Icy Hots, but I'm not sure that that's correct. David, what's up? You Goonie? What's up, David? Glad to see you here, man. Yeah, we're talking about candy, dude. It's Halloween. What else are we going to talk about? Hey, you guys! Yeah, Snyder. Electric vomit. Yeah, Crab Man. Pop Rocks and Mentos and chase it with a Diet Coke. Now, dude, that's what you get a craving for that kind of stuff when you want to blow the whistle on Boeing or something, you know what I'm saying? or if you're in a cell with Jeffrey Epstein, you know, then you get a craving for shit like that. Pop Rocks and Mentos and Diet Coke. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Then and then you end up you end up 6 feet under. Atomic fireballs, wheel gauge, what's up, you goonie? You snuck in here on me. Was that it? Was it atomic fireball? That sounds familiar as shit, dude. Yeah. I think atomic fireball. I think wheel gauge just gave me the answer to the damn question I've been asking myself for the last 20 damn years because I never could remember the name of that. Yeah, atomic fireballs. I think wheel gauge hit it, dude. Just jump in the damn conversation and throw the answer to a damn decade-old question I've had in my head. The wheel gauge just dropped the knowledge on me. Yeah. That's why Goonies never say die, dude. The knowledge is out there. The answer's there. We can get it done somehow. Walt Disney threw up different colors, dude. Yeah, I used to love those old Burt Reynolds movies. Smokey and the Bandit, Smokey and the Bandit 2, Cannonball Run, Gator. Remember? He was Gator McCluskey, and he basically like Cannonball Run or something, but just on a boat. It was the same shit. But he was on a boat instead of in a car. Yeah, Crabman, me neither. I haven't seen one, dude. I used to love those things, but I haven't seen one in forever. Probably some little bitch-ass millennial kid or Gen Z kid, burnt his tongue on one, and so they had to quit making them. Oh, Bonkers. Yeah, David. Yeah, I remember Bonkers. Dinosaur eggs. Yeah, Underground. I used to love dinosaurs. They could put a dinosaur on anything, and I'd have wanted that shit. You know what I mean? They could have packaged up a dog turd and put a dinosaur on the package, and I would have wanted that bitch. Yeah, I used to love dinosaurs, dude. Oh yeah, Crab Man. Yes, he was. Raziel. Yeah, dude. All right. Yeah, blame that old bastard, dude. He's the one that twisted your mind into that. No, I like that old World War II memorabilia too, man. That's some cool stuff. But I'm into like military stuff. I like all that shit. It's fascinating to me how the German tanks were so superior to ours. Have you ever seen that movie Fury? That's a damn good movie about American tanks versus German tanks during World War II. Awesome movie. I love that movie. Yeah, with Brad Pitt. So yeah, but there's a real good line in it too about that weird ass kid says it. He does a great job in that movie though. Lemon drops, Raziel. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, zombie. You find all kinds of cool World War II stuff on YouTube now. Yeah, Bit O' Honey, dude. Yeah, that was one of my favorites. And I like those cowtails. I like the caramel ones. They had the caramel ones and the chocolate ones. They had like caramel on the outside and then a cream nougat ran through the middle. I love those things too. But Bit O' Honey was one of my favorites, dude. Yeah. No, I didn't know that. Retro? I didn't know Jackie Chan was in that movie. Snyder, you ate some gummies and starting to feel goofy. Oh, candy cigarettes, yeah, the candy cigarettes. But do y'all remember the bubblegum cigars? The real big bubblegum cigars, those were my favorites. I love that shit. Oh yeah, yeah, crap, man. We thought we were cool as shit with those candy cigarettes, and then the tip was red. Remember? They just like dipped the tip in some kind of red dye or whatever. Oh, okay. No, I did not know that, crap, man. That's cool. Jackie Chan was one of the Japanese drivers. That's cool as shit. David, what? Bubblegum cigars suck. What the hell? What are you? Are you from uh, the Antarctica or something, dude? No, I don't know. I don't know. No, dude. Bubblegum cigars were awesome. Now, they weren't big league chew level shit, don't get me wrong. But they were awesome. Yeah, you could chew on them like your grandpa did, you know? Yeah. Oh, okay. A 6-ton turret lathe? That would be a hell of a thing to have, dude. Yeah, Raziel. Zero candy bars, yeah, Snyder. Remember that candy bar in Beetlejuice? Zagnut? Had candy cigs and your uncle gave you a real beer to go with them? That's kick ass, dude. Not suck on it, dude. Chew on it like your grandpa chewed on his cigar. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, zombie. That's a good question. Whereas you do side work for aspiring tank owners, dude. Cause every Gen X dude should own a tank before we check out, man. I think every Gen X dude is an aspiring tank owner. At some level, you know what I mean? If somebody gave you a tank, you'd take that bitch. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't say no. No, I don't want that tank, dude. Come on. Yeah. If someone offered you a tank and you would say no, I want to talk to your therapist because they've been filling your head full of some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I blame your therapist. I don't blame you. I blame your therapist. Yeah. Yeah, Snyder Zagnut. Yeah, you okay? That was right. I thought that's what it was. Zagnut. Oh, dude. Oh yeah, zombie. The baby Ruth in the pool in Caddyshack. Oh yeah, that one of the most classic scenes of any movie. And then what's your boy? Shit, I'm gonna mind blank on his name. But they drain the whole pool. Remember that? They drain the whole pool, and then he jumps down there and picks it up and smells it and takes a bite of it. And everybody, I think they start throwing up when they see him because everybody thinks it's a turd, you know? It looks like he bit into a turd. I think people started puking that was standing up, on the edge of the pool and watching him. Holy shit. Yeah, crap, man. I've seen Almond Joy. I get one once in a while still, yeah. I still like those things. Oh, Mike and Ike's. Yeah, David. Yeah. Half the farmers keep tanks under their tarp. Yeah, it's kick ass, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Snyder. That was a great movie. You're right. Lots of good music in it. Whatever you need. All right. So would you trade? Like how many baby Ruths would it take to buy me a tank, Raziel? Oh, Juji fruits. Yeah, that was a sticky one too. That got stuck in your teeth all the time. I remember that shit. Good and plenties. Yeah, yeah, David. Lost our guns in tragic boating accidents. Yeah. Yeah, man, I used to love Halloween so much. Yeah, I had a great time when I was a kid. Uh, me and I had one younger brother and two younger sisters, and we'd all go out in our little group together, and trick or treat, and it was always a blast. Yeah, yeah, all kinds of candy. You never knew what the hell you were gonna get. You know, that was the cool thing about it. You never knew. And then with brothers and sisters like I had, we'd come home and then we'd trade. We'd trade each other. That was the big thing. You have to, get your favorites, and you trade. But you'd feel like Wall Street or something. If you were making these big these big important trades. Oh, Airheads. Yeah, I forgot about those. Yeah, Airheads. And one of my favorite candies of all time, probably, well, just my favorite candy of all time is cotton candy. But you didn't get that too much during Halloween. But like during the fair or whatever, I got to go to the fair a couple times, and I love that shit. They would do that spinning thing, and they give you that cone, that paper cone with a big ball of cotton candy on it. It was still warm. Holy shit! I'd run through traffic for some of that shit. No, I don't think so. Zombie. No, those those Gen Xers just got, they just, those were the ones that got claimed by Mother Nature, dude. They were thinned from the herd, man. Yeah, nerds were awesome, dude. Yeah. Yeah, crab man, we did too. Yeah, we trick or treated until people started running out of candy, or they just, they told us it was too late, quit knocking on their damn door. Yeah, but mostly when that was the best time though, right? At the end when people started getting tired and they were tired of kids knocking on their door and shit, so they just set the whole bowl of candy outside, and and real late, and we just take it. Yeah. So I love that. I always wanted to stay out as late as possible, so until you started running into them bowls that were just left out because the adults had gone to sleep. They just left the bowl out on their porch and so the next kid that came could just have whatever was there. Some free airheads from an eBay order. That's kick ass, dude. Yeah, zombie. Rolos and score. A simple man with simple tastes. Sponge candy? Shannon? I've never heard of that. I've heard of sponge cake. My favorite cake is angel food cake. I can eat so much of that shit. Yeah, I've never heard of sponge candy either, R. Schneider. Saltwater. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, Raziel. Saltwater taffy. Now, because saltwater taffy you can get in all kinds of different flavors and shit. Yeah. So, I don't know if... Damn, that's good shit. And I've had you ever had some artisan, handcrafted saltwater taffy? Holy shit. Yeah, that's hard to beat. I ain't gonna lie. Marshmallow Circus Peanuts. Oh yeah. Yeah, underground. I forgot about that shit. Sponge candy. So Raziel knows what sponge candy is. Yeah, those were good too. That crab man, that stuff that they would make. Like the cookies, brownies, cookies, and like we were talking about the other day, the candied apples and the popcorn balls. Yeah, I used to love that shit. All that homemade stuff was right up my alley too. Yeah, I like that stuff better. Depending on who made it and how good they did and everything. But if it was good, that shit was better than anything store bought. Oh, okay. Sponge candy is a local thing. It's like a crunchy, aerated, caramelized sugar with a chocolate on the outside. With chocolate on the outside. Okay, yeah, I've never heard of that or seen it before. Oh, angel food with homemade ice cream on it. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I usually see. To be honest, I'll just buy an angel food cake once in a while from Publix or whatever, and I'll just eat that shit. Just plain angel food cake. I love it. I like that stuff. Yeah, I know. I've eaten so many angel food cakes that I never put anything on them. I just eat them. Oh, make fresh donuts every Halloween? Yeah, that'd be kick ass. Yeah, root beer barrels, David. Yeah. Atlantic City and Cody Island. Oh, all right. See, I've never been there, Snyder. Never been to either one of those. So, yeah, I bet they do have some good saltwater taffy there. Circus peanuts, yep. Yeah, Raziel, popcorn balls. If they did them right, some of them ladies would make them popcorn balls, and they were damn delicious, dude. Yeah. Now, you know what I'm talking about, Rusty Doob. That shit was good, dude. No shit. He had to eat a lot of candy to stay heavy? Alright. Mackinac fudge? I've never heard of that. Zombie. Oh, box, yeah. Yeah, God's Warrior. Oh, the Amish always have angel food cakes for sale? Alright, Crabman. I didn't know that. I've never heard that before. Yeah, but I love angel food cake. I don't know why. Just tastes so damn good. I've never had it freshly made though, homemade. It's always from a store every time I've ever had it. Alright, let me see here. That thing's getting a little hot. It was starting to warm me up there. So, it's me again. That thing was starting to get uncomfortable. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, Raziel, you put fresh strawberries and whipped cream on angel food shit. Now you're talking, that's second level shit now. I'm just too lazy to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll go buy myself an angel food cake and I'll just sit down and eat it. I'll just eat it, I don't need any more. Oh, homemade banana bread. Yeah, I make that in my bread machine once in a while. Underground. Yeah, I'll make my own banana bread and stuff. I've got uh, I've got the red lights on for just for Halloween. So I put the red lights on just to make it kind of spooky. Yeah. I don't know, I thought it looked pretty cool. I might be red as hell I might be red just from being under that mask too. Mackinac Island fudge, Snyder? I've never had that. Some of that fudge, though, my grandma used to make something called peanut butter fudge, and that shit was good. Yeah. I mean, that shit was really good. We used to love that. She'd make peanut butter fudge and something she called Texas salad, but it was just a bunch of fruit, like what's that called? Fruit cocktail. But then she'd put um, whipped cream and stuff in it, and some other, I don't know what else she put in it. But then she put green food coloring and something in it because the whipped cream would be green. Man, that stuff was delicious. Cottage cheese, I think she put in it too. Like whipped cream, fruit, and cottage cheese, and yeah, that shit was delicious. Like my face lost weight. Yeah, wheel gauge, that thing choked me out, dude. I started getting hot after a while. The Acme cream, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it worked, dude. Old school Twinkies, yeah. Yeah, me too. That's not something that I was really into, was the Twinkies, but once in a while I'd have a Twink. Well, when I was younger, when I'd eat Twinkies when they were good, that's one thing I never, I couldn't just eat like one Twinkie. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to have as many as I was allowed to. But I loved Twinkies back in the day. And there was a whole thing. Remember that when, what was it, was it Hostess or whatever? Was it the whole company that was going out of business or whatever? And everybody was buying Twinkies. Like they were super expensive. They were selling for like $100 a box on eBay and shit because the people that made Twinkies were going out of business, and then some other bigger company bought them later, and then they started making them again. But they went out of business for a while, and Twinkies were just crazy expensive. But I don't know if they even. I mean, everything's changed with all the shit, right? It's all the chemicals and shit. Nothing's the same. Snickers, Twinkies, all that stuff is different now. They don't use the same ingredients that they used to. They just don't make it like they did when we were kids. But I think the Twinkie thing changed when they got bought out too, though. Rock candy from the Henry Ford Museum, Rusty. I never had that. In an NBC match. Hell no. I used to hate those damn things. Yeah, I used to hate those damn things, crap, man. That whole NBC suit, we'd have to get in that shit, and oh man, that especially like in the heat of the summer in Louisiana, they'd make us put that shit on. Oh, that was the absolute worst. Oh, you're in Ann Arbor, zombie? Yeah, Snyder. Yeah, Detroit party never ends. Yep. Orange Julius, Underground. Ding dongs for breakfast. I'll still eat oatmeal cookies for breakfast. You know what I mean? I mean, it's oatmeal and the raisins. I mean, honestly, what's the difference between oatmeal cookies for breakfast and, a bowl of oatmeal? I don't. I can justify that in my head. Eat half a box of oatmeal cookies and drink some milk. It's the same as eating a bowl of oatmeal, ain't it? So hell, I'll eat some oatmeal cookies for breakfast, even today. Yeah. Yeah, crab man. Yeah, they used to do that to us too. They'd have us put on that NBC for punishment and do drills and shit. Damn, that sucked so bad. I just putting the mask on by itself just sucked. That thing was not comfortable at all. But when we had to put the entire suit on, that was insane. You used to do stuff, huh, zombie? Yeah, I've done some stuff too. Yeah, yeah, we used to do some stuff back in the day. Bent a couple of rules slightly, just a little, gave them a little tweak. Couple of the rules and regulations, just gave them a little tweak once in a while, just to keep things interesting. No, little Debbie's are still the same. Yeah, I believe it. Artiste, what's up, dude? Glad you made it, man. Happy Halloween. Glad you made it, dude. Caramel corn, yeah. Cheese corn? What is that, like just cheese, popcorn with cheese on it? Oh, gingerbread man, yeah. Yeah. I used to like to, well, honestly, I didn't get to until I was a grown up, but make the gingerbread house and shit. Yeah. Well, stuff, crab man. Oh, we only relocated police cars if they were in danger, right? Oh, we were helping to protect and serve. Just a couple blocks, you know what I mean? Just not enough to, not enough to to cause any major harm, but just enough to piss off a cop or whatever, stuff like that. Never burned anything completely, not on purpose. I never burned anything on purpose. Me and my cousin caught my grandpa's shed on fire one time because we were playing around. Yeah, yeah, he wasn't happy about that. that kind of stuff. I forget what we were doing. I remember we had a can and like some rags and gasoline or something, and we were screwing around, thinking we were, amazing survivalists and shit, and we were learning to start fires and all that, and yeah, and we were fooling around with it, and then we walked around my grandpa's shed and we were playing around with something else, and both of us looked at each other. You hear that? And then we kind of saw the light, shine, kind of flickering from behind us, and we both turned around at the same time. It was a flame coming up from behind my grandpa's shed. Oh shit! Yeah, he was not a happy camper. got arrested in a cemetery on Halloween while you're on shrooms. Yeah, I bet that was a hell of an experience, dude. Yep, that's some Gen X shit right there. Burning my grandpa's shed down doesn't. Yeah, that's just some generic shit there. You say you had me at cemetery, dude. Yeah, that was awesome. Right at cemetery, Halloween and shrooms just put that shit over the top. Oh yeah, I mixed styrofoam and gasoline too, Shannon. When I was in the army, to kill people, they trained us how to do that. To kill the enemy. Shannon was doing that shit as a teenager. Oh, let's make some food gas. We called it food gas, Shannon, when I was in the army. Yeah, they had a name for it, food gas. Yep. Yeah, that's just funny. You were doing that shit as a kid. I had to join the army and learn how to do it to destroy the enemy. Vinegar potato chips. Yeah, those are pretty good, dude. I'll hand that to you. You stopped doing shrooms when Mickey Mouse was running beside your car? Well, it was that because you weren't plowing through a crowd at Walt Disney, I hope. Mickey Mouse says, "Stop, dude! Stop! You can't drive here! These are some killer shrooms!" Oh, shit. Oh, man, God's way, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me, bro. Yeah. Yeah, zombie. We know the meaning of the word stuff. Yeah, Shannon. Yeah, it becomes a gel. Yep. And the way we were trained to do it, you put an explosive behind it, right, and then a tripwire. So when the explosive goes off, it blows through you put the gel in an ammo can, you make it in an ammo can, and then the explosive blows through it and sets it on fire. So when it splashes on the enemy, it's on fire, and they try to get it off, and it just smears the flames everywhere. It's not like your first instinct is to brush that shit, and then you just smear it all over yourself. Yeah, it's not a gentle technique to take out the enemy, but yeah, it's one of the things I learned. Oh yeah, I've done that, Metal Gear. Use it as a straw to sip drinks. Yeah. Ezekiel, what's up? Hey, happy Halloween, Ezekiel. Yeah. Artiste, yeah, 3 deaths reported at Disney this week. Yeah. 5 years old. Yeah, I don't know. I know they might be stronger. Shit, I don't know. Oh yeah. I don't know. I've tried both acid and shrooms once or twice each. Never really got into any of it real heavy or anything. But I liked them both. I think I would have to give the edge a little bit to shrooms, but I had a lot of fun with doing both of those. Mescaline? I've never tried mescaline. All that trippy stuff, though, that's fun to me. For me, anyway. You know, that the rest of the stuff, you know, it'll keep you awake or put you to sleep or whatever. But that trippy stuff is fun. That's cool. That's an experience. Oh man, what's up? Yeah, 29 Palms. Yeah. Oh really? They try to off themselves at Disney. A lot of them. Yeah, Snyder, getting into stuff, doing stuff, drinking stuff, smoking stuff. Yeah, yep. That's Gen X, dude. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Wheel Gauge. You see the size of that chicken? They can't see us, asshole. We're in the spirit world. Hippie flip. Caveman. Hey, Caveman, what's up, dude? I was in the Army. I was 11 Hotel, an anti-tank. We shot the TOW missiles. We were anti-tank. Motorized anti-tank. You know, they separate them between motorized and mechanized. So I drove around in a Humvee, went from, you know, the driver to the gunner to the squad leader, you know, the guy that just oversees shit. Just one squad, not, you know, I was only made it to E4 before I got out. I wasn't, you know, like a platoon sergeant or anything. I was only in for 4 years. But yeah, 11 Hotel. Zombie. Lovecraft and acid. Yeah, that's not a good combination by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, people think that Disney is the best place on earth. Yeah, yeah, it does make sense, kind of in a weird way. Yeah, it's tubular launched, optically tracked, wire guided missile. It's a big, you know, I don't know, probably 6 foot long tube that you would put into the launcher, and you have these big like knobs that you would uh, use to, you know, to guide the missile, and you know, it actually, and the wires would spool out, you know, while the missile was going down range, the wires would spool out, so the the missile was connected to the launcher the whole time. You know, it never like, it didn't like go out and disconnect and, you know, laser tracked or whatever. It was wire guided. So yeah, and you would just guide it along. You had to track the tank the whole time. You know, as if the tank moved and stopped, you would track it. So it was pretty cool, pretty awesome, and it blew the shit out of a tank. So yeah, 11 Bravos, you know, those are the regular, you know, infantry soldiers that you see. I was an infantry soldier, but with the anti-tank infantry, we got to ride around in Humvees more than road march, which I was so glad because I hated road marching. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen Trip here yet. But now I don't know what time it is over there in Australia now. You know what I mean? I don't know. It might be like 2 a.m., 4 a.m. or something. It might be real early in the morning. I don't know. Or shit, he might be at work. But nobody, Laic isn't here. Trip, Vintage, nobody from overseas is here. But that's why I wanted to do the one, do some evening shows so we could, have our Americans, and Canadians and stuff in this hemisphere, so we could, have time to get together too. Because way early in the morning shows, hardly anybody gets up that early, So I want to do some more evening shows. They're always there on the morning shows, because it's a good time for them. All the best rides. The red light district in Disney. Maintenance and recovery, old man. Yeah, I've heard that before, Raziel. Yeah, that Michigan has some good stuff. Yeah, I've heard that before. That's not the first time I've heard that. Oh, they are? In Michigan? I didn't know that. Zombie? That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, Caveman. Return of the Living Dead. Yeah. Yeah, we got such awesome movies. I love our old horror movies, Had some great ones back in the day. Kind of, even didn't that genre kind of come to its own? They might have had some horror movies before. They did. So we can't say that that we can't claim that genre originated with Gen X, but it came into its own. Excuse me, during the 70s and 80s. Jaws, Alien, Freddy Krueger and all that shit, Jason Voorhees, yeah, all of the Living Dead and all that. Yeah, Day of the Dead. Yeah, God's Warrior. You're right. Oh, okay, Zombie. Yeah, weed has become medically legal here in Florida, and it keeps going up on the ballot all the time, right? And we need 60% of the vote to pass any of that shit in Florida, and we always get like 58%, like 59% or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's not even my thing. I've told y'all before, weed's not my thing. I'm not a big weed guy. Give a shit about it one way or the other. As far as personally concerned, I don't care, But then I look at the thing, every year it goes up for the ballot, not every consecutive year, but every time it goes up, they put it on the ballot and it goes up for vote. It gets like 58% of the vote or something, or 59, whatever. It's so close. Like, dude, just let them smoke weed. If they want to smoke weed, let them smoke weed. What the hell? The rest of the country's doing it. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks. But we have those doctors and they're all over the state. They're just making a killing. Because, you get however many patients, as many as you can, hundreds and hundreds of patients. You just run them through there, and all you have to do is write them their script, for their whatever, their glaucoma or their anxiety or whatever. You just write it out, and literally in and out in 3 minutes. That's including parking time and everything. 3 minutes you're in and out, and you got you're good for a year. So, and it costs $250, I think. And these doctors are making a killing, So they spend a lot of money against, talking about how awful weed is for people, and you shouldn't make it legal and all this shit. The people that are writing prescriptions for the weed then use that money to lobby against making it completely legal. It's such bullshit, dude. Drinking was 13 was the age, Rusty Doob. Yeah. Yeah, beer up, gear up, Metal Gear, yeah. I was 18 here in the States, and then went through basic training, I'm 19, and then got over there to Korea. And the way the military is, for those of y'all who don't know, it's whatever the law of the land is, okay? So if you go to, whatever, France, and their drinking age is 35, well, the drinking age on the American base is 35, okay? So, well, in Korea, there's just no drinking age. If you're old enough, if you're tall enough to get up in the bar stool, sit on the bar stool, and you have money, you can drink. That's how it was. Well, that's how it was in the early 90s. So I got there, at 19 years old, and hell, I'm legal to drink all of a sudden. So I did. Yeah. Yeah, but that's everybody did. I only knew like one guy, maybe two guys that didn't drink when they were over there. Oh yeah. Yeah, underground. The West Coast is just crazy expensive. Yeah. But it's such beautiful country. And there are a lot of great people. It's just in the cities, where you find most of the weirdos. But, the rest of the population is just regular people, It's just in the really densely populated areas where you have, a lot of nutbags. And not all of them there. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody in a big city is a nutbag, but it's just where the nutbags seem to congregate. You don't see too many nutbags out in, farming communities and shit. Yeah. Yeah, Raziel, that's exactly how it is here in Florida right now. You can't smoke it out in public or anything, and you can't, if you get caught with it, then you've got to have that prescription, that fake ass doctor gave you. And so, or you get a ticket or whatever, go to jail. I don't know what the penalty is. Like I said, I don't really partake, so I don't give a shit. They're not going to catch me with any. But, yeah, it's illegal. It's illegal to possess it without that little prescription. So you got to have a card or whatever they give you. I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah, it's just stupid. It's just so stupid. That whole entire war on drugs, I'm completely flat against it. Protect the kids, yes, protect kids. But if an adult human being wants to go, buy himself a pound of cocaine or something and go under there and snort the hell out of it under a bridge or something, let him. Well, who cares? He's not hurting anybody else. Yeah. Yeah, RTC, yeah. It's just a way to arrest and fine people, yeah. And it's bullshit. You know, it is. It's just complete bullshit. No, really? As long as someone over 21 says you're their kid. That's crazy. I've never heard that before. Oh, no way. I didn't even know that. Buy and smoke weed in the coffee shops in British Columbia. Or Vancouver. Yeah. Yeah, God's Warrior. I mean, there are medicinal properties to that stuff. And it just got demonized during the whole satanic panic thing and all that shit, you know, and it got demonized along with the opiates and all that other shit, you know what I'm saying? And yet, no matter how dense those people were back then, they knew that weed was not the same as that other shit. Weed and cocaine are not the same things. You know what I mean? They're not even on the same level. It just they, you know, so to lump weed in with all those hardcore barbiturates and opioids and all that shit, that was just ridiculous. You know how many people spent time in prison over weed? Freaking weed. That's just stupid. And nobody is gonna smoke weed and then go on some kind of rampage, you know what I mean? I mean, they might rampage in the in the refrigerator and eat up a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? And then fall asleep on the couch or whatever. That's the worst kind of damage a pothead's gonna do. So yeah, it's so ridiculous. But so many things in our society are just utterly ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's just stupid, and we all know it's stupid. Yeah. Yeah, if they want a pound of cocaine, they're going to get it anyway, just like Raziel says. They're going to get it anyway, you know? But, you know, if the laws aren't going to stop the shit from getting here and it getting to the person, but if the person uses it and gets caught with it, now they got to spend all this time in prison, you know? So, it just doesn't make sense, man. If the war on drugs, possession of a drug, in my opinion, is a victimless crime. Who are you hurting? Who are you hurting? I don't understand it. And not to, I don't do drugs. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? No skin off my back. I'm not trying to import pounds of cocaine or anything. I don't give a shit. But just common sense, when you think about shit like that, you're like, what the hell? You know? Wrong is wrong. I don't care whether it affects me or not. Call that shit out. Yeah. Yeah, caveman, yeah. Politics be damned. Yep, I agree. And question everything. Question that shit. You know, everything, any institutional level shit that's being, you know, when they're talking down to you and telling you shit, question that shit, you know? I mean, it's crazy. All the shit we're told to believe, and we're told to this and that, and for our entire lives, basically, we grew up with this great war on drugs. And then you hear that, hell, it's the CIA, our government, bringing the drugs over. So what the, you know, they could just stop it at the border. They could, that would be a quickest way to end the war on drugs. Stop that shit at the border. But somehow, just millions upon millions of cubic tons of this shit gets into our country every single year. You know, it's ridiculous. Amsterdam, yeah. I mean, there are other countries all around the world that have a way more relaxed view on drug use and stuff, and they don't have nearly the amount of crime that we have. So what does that tell you? Chili and Cheez-Its after the show? All right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, old man, yeah. Loyalty to the country and is always loyalty to the government. And that's one thing that we've really lost, is that distinction, between the country and the government. And what are the government's duties? Nobody knows that anymore. Nobody knows what the federal government's responsibilities are. What is their job? Nobody knows anymore. So they just, they go along with a bunch of bullshit because they have no idea. They're uneducated on that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Crabman, yeah. And that's one thing you gotta look at that shit, and you see black people upset in these ghetto communities, these inner city communities, and we have to admit that we have to realize that the government sent crack cocaine in there on purpose. And because you look at the pictures of those communities, black communities from back in the 50s and shit, there were nice communities. Black men walking around in suits and, ladies looking nice and everything, and they were just normal, happy people. What happened? They didn't just start cooking up cocaine. They can't grow cocaine poppies on the streets of New York and all that shit. That shit had to come from somewhere. Then you find out that, our troops get sent over to Afghanistan, and they're over there guarding poppy fields. Well, what the hell they got American troops over there guarding poppy fields for? Yeah, the RTs through the government or the mob, yeah. 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 But I've probably told you all this before, but that Army of Darkness is one of my favorite movies. I know it's a spin-off of the Evil Dead thing or whatever, well, it's actually a sequel, but it's a whole different, he goes back in time and shit. But I love that movie, Army of Darkness. It's awesome. He has so many great one-liners in that movie. Yeah, I love it. But we had a lot of those good movies. Oh, how many of y'all have seen World War Z? Did y'all like that one? That's a good movie. There are two good movies with Brad Pitt right there. Fury, the tank movie I mentioned earlier, and World War Z, the zombie movie. There were some pretty awesome zombies in World War Z, yeah. There's some pretty kick-ass zombies. And I think that movie was well done. That's a movie made after the year 2000 that I actually liked. There aren't very many of them. Not comparatively. Over 25 damn years, only got like a handful of movies that I really like. But there have been a few. Phantasm. I'm sure I've seen it, but I don't remember that one. Remember, what was it? Pinhead. That was Hellraiser. That was some killer shit too. Yeah, yeah. Zombie. Good, bad. I'm the guy with a gun. Yeah, yep. First you want to kill me, then you want to kiss me. Blow. Evil Dead 2. Alright. God's Warrior. Yeah. Zombieland. Yep. Zombies are awesome, dude. You gotta admit it. Zombies are damn awesome. You know? As it, and then you have all your different kinds of zombies and stuff, too. And those 28 days later, 28 weeks later, those are good movies, too. Candyman. Yeah, I remember that one. Zombie. Yeah. Or Metal Gear. That was Metal Gear who said that. Oh, all right. The Phantasm Cuda. Well, there are some more movies. There's a set of movies I like. And they're pretty damn recent one. John Wick movies, though. I like those. Night of the Scarecrow. I've never heard of that one. God's Warrior. Oh, yeah. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Underground, yeah. Creep Show, the movie. Yeah, yeah. Now we've got real zombies. You're right about that, zombie. We've got real zombies. Social media zombies. Oh, okay. Yeah, Razia, that'll do it, dude. If you read the book and then try to watch the movie, yeah. No, I get that. And I heard that they changed a lot of shit. Yeah. And they actually changed it in the editing room because they were trying to stay close to the book, and then they took a bunch of shit out and chopped it down, and yeah. But still, it ended up being a movie I like. Now that I've seen the movie and enjoyed the movie, I should go back and read the book. Is it a damn good book? Yeah, Twilight Zone, the movie. I like the old Twilight Zone shows. Well, there's enough, but that's TV shows though. So they've had quite a few good TV shows here recently. That, you know, the TV shows they've actually improved on. But that was that Black Mirror. Those Black Mirror TV show, that show, the Black Mirror, that shit's cool as hell. It's about, you know, more like technology kind of weirdness, weird shit going on with AI and shit. Yeah, I like that shit. Yeah. Yeah, Schneider, you're absolutely right. Yep. Benjamin Franklin, yep. Yeah, that's absolutely correct, dude. I believe that shit. Yeah. No, I haven't seen Stakeland. I've heard about that. I think I read about that or saw, or maybe it was just the commercials for that. But no, I've never seen it. If it's really good, I might have to check that one out. Oh, Tales from the Dark Side. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a classic and a very good underground American Werewolf in London. Yeah, yeah. And if I remember correctly, they won the Academy Award for special effects doing when he transformed into the wolf, because that was just cutting edge awesome at the time. Yeah. Now, I mean, you look at it now because I've watched it recently. It's a freaking awesome movie. And you know, it's kind of dated because, you know, all the special effects AI shit they have now, but it's awesome if you look at it with with along the lines of they did this back in 1983 or whatever. They made it look this awesome. That is a hell of a good job. Yeah. So it's just amazing. Okay. All right, Raziel. I'm gonna have to check that book out. Yeah. Is it a standalone book or is it like a trilogy? Do they have more than one of them? Oh yeah, Shannon. Electric Dreams. Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, that kind of stuff is just cool as hell to me. Do you remember the old show Amazing Stories? I think it was kind of like what was the one we were just talking about? Shit. Not now. I'm mind blanking again. Twilight Zone. It was kind of like Twilight Zone, but it was kind of updated. Twilight Zone was the old black and white thing, and it was an updated thing called Amazing Stories. That was pretty awesome too. Oh, The Thing. Yeah, that's a great movie. Yep. Zodiac was a good movie. Yeah, I like that one too. Oh, all right. All right, Razia. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out, dude. E-Fog, what's up, dude? Yeah. Glad to see you here, man. Happy Halloween. Baby Root. You goody E-Fog. Glad to see you here, man. No, I don't remember. The Car? The Car. No, I don't remember that one. Remember Christine? That was an awesome movie. Have you ever been beaten about the chest and neck? Oh, dude, yeah, Crabman. Yeah, The Shining. That kicked ass, dude. Yeah, that was a great movie. Great movie. Eyes Wide Shut. Is that the one about about like the hidden society or whatever in Hollywood and all that shit? I've heard that was a pretty cool movie. I just haven't had the opportunity to see it. That's not one I run across, like the DVD for sale or whatever. If I do, I would buy it. But then I don't run across it, on streaming either. Oh yeah, The Lost Boys. Yeah, I love that soundtrack too. One of my favorite soundtracks of all time. No, I don't. S? Ezekiel? S? I don't remember that. Oh yeah. Yeah, Christine. Yeah, you're right, Hurst. Or Zombie. All right, Artis. That's what I thought. I forget who made that. Was that Stanley Kubrick that made that, or was that what's that other guy's name? I was just reading an article on the director, on another director that I think might have done that. Yeah, I can't remember his name though. So Zombie, you remember that S thing that Ezekiel's talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen that one. Uh, Eyes Wide Shut. But I'll have to check that out too, and I'll have to read World War Z and read the book. Keith, what's up, Keith? You goonie? Glad you can make it. Happy Halloween. That movie freaked you out, Ezekiel? I've never heard of it. That's another one I'm going to have to look up. What is it, about snakes or something? S. All right. Oh, Salem's Lot? Yeah. They've made so many of Stephen King's books into movies. Oh, Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, Shannon. Yeah, that's who I was trying to think of. And so was that the director of Eyes Wide Shut? Needful Things. Yeah, Metal Gear. No. Meet the Feebles? No, Zombie. I've never seen that one. Early Peter Jackson movie? It's crazy. Yeah. The Lord of the Rings movies just made that dude world famous. And everything he did before that, shit, nobody knows. Okay, Mark Singer? Huh. Dreamscape, yep. Yeah, another good one, Underground. The Burbs, yeah. Yeah. Oh, a man was transformed into a snake. Okay. All right, Ezekiel. Have y'all ever seen, speaking of snakes, The Serpent in the Rainbow? That was a scary-ass movie when I was a kid. Yeah, that was one of the creepiest-ass movies I had seen, when I was younger. Because that shit seemed real. You watch Freddy Krueger or whatever, and there's a couple of scares in there or whatever. But The Serpent in the Rainbow freaked me the hell out. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Raziel. Most of them ended up sucking. Yeah, I mean he's got a gazillion movies, and only like 2 or 3 maybe were really good. Oh yeah, Silver Bullet, Muppets on Acid. Oh, okay. A series that was based on a Stephen King book, The Institute. All right. Well, they just come out with that movie, The Long Walk. That was I think one of his short stories, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay. I just saw a thing that I forget which one it was. Some hardcore movie like that, right? Rated PG-13 back then, and it was a meme, whatever it was. Pretty damn hardcore movie, It makes you think when you realize that whatever the name of the movie was, I can't remember it now, had the same had the same rating, like PG-13, as Toy Story 3. they just let us watch anything back then. Oh yeah, that's PG-13. But people's heads getting chopped off and shit. Nowadays, if somebody's smoking a cigarette, it gets an R rating. It's just stupid. Cat People, yeah, that sounds familiar as shit with David Bowie. Okay. Singing intro, all right. Yeah, that Cat People thing sounds familiar as hell. Interview with a Vampire. Interview with a Vampire. I've seen that movie, and I've got that same thing with that one that, who was it earlier that said that? Raziel, I think. Because I read that book, Anne Rice's book, and I loved it so much, and then, you watch the movie, and It just doesn't. It doesn't work. Like, after you read the book, some of those movies, they just don't work. You know what I mean? And that was one of them for me. I read that book and I read the whole series, and I loved that series of books back. That's back when I was really into vampires and shit. And tried to watch that movie and had Tom Cruise playing Lestat, and it just didn't, it didn't work for me. Oh, The Howling, yeah. Young Frankenstein, yeah, Crab Man. Yeah, that's why you should never read. Yeah. Yeah, all the Phantasm movies. Oh, Koontz, yeah. Yep. Dean Koontz, I've read a lot of his books too. Oh, Mel Brooks, Young Frankenstein. Yeah, Ezekiel. Yeah, Mel Brooks. Those were some classics. Oh, okay. All right. Who's that? Raziel? Yeah. Okay. The Institute. Oh yeah. Yeah, Artista Howling was, yeah, that was awesome. That was back when werewolves were awesome. And they've done a couple of werewolf movies since then. A couple of them. I mean, they spent big money doing a couple of werewolf movies, but they just fell flat. Jack Nicholson was in one a while back. I think it was just called Wolf or something. And, but they just fell flat. Both of them, both of the ones that, they've come out in the last 20, 25 years, something like that. They just sucked. And then Tom Cruise was in that Mummy movie, and it sucked, and it fell flat. It was a box office bomb. But now, what's his name is doing the Frankenstein. I hope it's good. I love those monster movies. I just love them all. I mean, not the bad ones, not the shitty ones that I just talked about, but those really good ones. A good werewolf movie? Shit, hell yeah! Like Howling or American Werewolf in London and stuff like that. They just haven't made a decent one in a long time. And with all the cool special effects they have now, it seems like it'd be way easier to make a good one. Now, y'all seen those Underworld movies with what's her name? That girl, I can't remember. I'm not gonna be able to remember her name. But the Underworld, it was like the werewolves versus the vampires. That shit kicked ass. I like the first couple of them. The first one was really good. Then, and then, as they do, they make sequels and they get shittier and shittier a lot of times. John Wick didn't really go down that route, but John Wick, even the fourth one was pretty damn good. Repairman Jack. I don't think I've read those, Raziel. Yeah. Yeah. And that was before, really, Underworld was before they really had awesome, the special effects had come along, but it wasn't like it is now. But that still looked pretty cool. Underworld was a really good looking movie, I like that first one. Yeah. That's some mind-blowing shit when the first time you watch that one. It's really awesome. Really, just a really cool movie. Well done. Well made, I think. I like the first one, Raziel. The first Underworld movie was, like I said, they got weak and shitty toward the end. But I like the whole concept of the werewolves versus the vampires, and then that guy Michael being a hybrid and shit. That was cool, kind of awesome, dude. Yeah, I like that shit. Oh yeah, zombie. It blew your ears out in the theater. Yeah, Kate Beckinsale. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, artiste. Good one. Ghost of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah, yeah, God's Warrior. Those were good ones too. Yeah, Priest. We just watched that. Me and my wife just watched that one. Shit, just like last week, dude. Yeah, we just watched that one. Preacher, Rusty Doob. Preacher. Trying to remember. That sounds familiar. Dreamcatcher, yeah. Isn't that another Stephen King one, Metal Gear? I think Dreamcatcher was a Stephen King movie, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Was that the one with Ice-T or whatever? Underground? Surviving the Game? I think that Ice Cube or Ice-T, whichever one of them. I always got them confused. I still don't know which is which. I honestly, to this day, I don't know which is which, Ice-T or Ice Cube. But yeah, I remember one of them being in that movie, or being in a movie of that same theme. Not, I don't know if that's the one or not. Surviving the Game. The old Cherry Hammer films. Oh, cheesy Hammer films. Yeah. House of Wax. I like the original Fright Night. They remade it with Colin Farrell or whatever the hell his name is. You know what I mean? Not the new one. That one's junk. But the original one from the 80s, Fright Night. That movie kicked ass. I like that movie. Zombie. Yeah, that's a different genre, dude. That's the stuff genre. That's what we call the stuff genre. Oh yeah. Okay, Ice-T, yeah. All right. The Adversary, Lovecraft Ancient Gods. That's a cool. Lovecraft is awesome. I like all that stuff. Yeah, Roddy McDowell. Keith, yeah. Yup. That's the one. That I love that movie. I think they made a sequel to that one, Fright Night 2. It wasn't as good, but that the original Fright Night. That's just like the American Werewolf in France, or in Paris rather. I think I watched it once. I didn't like it very much. It was okay, but I'll rewatch the American Werewolf in London. I'll rewatch that thing, all the time. But I watched that one, the one in Paris. I don't know what I didn't like about it, but didn't really care for that one. Oh, Species, yeah, and Life Force. Yeah, God's Warrior. Yeah, those were good ones too. The Monster Squad. I don't think I've seen that one. Retro. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. The Monster Squad. Yeah. Yeah, Artiste. The real world evil keeps us entertained today. Yeah. We don't need monsters and shit anymore. Yeah, the original Thing. When was that one made? Like 1980 or something, right? Early 80s, with our boy. Tells his name. But anyway, the guy from Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, that original Thing movie, that was awesome too. That was one of those ones where they did special effects with the dog and all that shit. That freaked you the hell out when you're 13 years old. That shit was awesome though. That's back when we loved to be freaked the hell out. When freaking you out, scaring the shit out of you was the most awesome thing ever. Just love to be scared and freaked out. Yeah, that shit was awesome. Some of those movies, they were just done so well, man. Yeah, The Thing was one of them. And The Thing, that's another one that was just a box office flop. But then it went on to make a bazillion dollars when it went to VHS because it all the rentals and stuff, and now what do they call a cult hit? Become a cult classic or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, Zombie, all the authors that were inspired by Lovecraft, yeah. Yeah, I don't have Audible anymore, but I need to start adding some of that stuff to my Libro FM account. Okay. I might check that one out then, Raziel. Cabin in the Woods? Yeah. I might. That sounds familiar. I might have watched it. I can watch it again, though. Gattaca. Who said Gattaca? Yeah, Metal Gear. Yeah. We're on the same page there, dude. That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah. I like that sci-fi shit. I'm into that shit. Gattaca's kick-ass. Boomers are scary enough. Yeah. Oh, okay. What is that? Cabinet? The Boomer or the Truman Show, but horror. Oh, Kurt Russell. Yeah, Keith. That's a dude's name. Yeah, thank you, Keith. Oh, it was black and white in the early 60s? I didn't know that, Zombie. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah. Yep. That one freaked me the hell out too. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yep. Misery, yeah. That was actually one of the few movies. Now they changed the shit. They change shit in the movie all the time. I don't know why. A lot of times. I mean, sometimes they just have to do it differently. But that was one of the few movies that I liked as well as I liked the book. Yeah, and which I don't get very often. You just don't find that very often. But that was a damn good movie. Ghost in the Machine. Yeah. Yeah, Metal Gear. That's another kick-ass movie that animated one. Yeah. That's badass. And what's the one? Trying to think of it. Okay. Where the billionaire is out in the middle of the woods and it's a relatively recent movie within the last 10 years, but the billionaire, he's out in the middle of the woods and he's got this compound and he's making this AI robot girl, and he brings in one of his employees to give her the Turing test kinda, and test it to see if she is human basically. I can't remember the name of the movie right now, but that's one of my favorite movies too. And it was relatively recently, but that's a damn good sci-fi movie. It's one of my favorite sci-fi movies. I wouldn't say, favorite across the board, but that was a badass movie, dude. Oh yeah, Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, Metal Gear. So Ghost in the Machine? Oh, I don't know what the hell. I'm going to have to check that one out. Look into that one. Need soundboard for a live stream would be interesting. What do you mean, God's Warrior? What do you mean by a soundboard? Oh yeah, first weekend of boot camp. I would have read anything the first weekend of basic training. Yeah, read the damn instructions on, how to assemble a tent over and over. Anything to keep my mind off of what the hell was going on. Basic training sucked. R.I.P.D. Yeah, I think I saw that one. Yeah, it was pretty damn good. Yeah, they did. They did take a lot out of the movie, Keith. Misery. Yeah, they changed a lot. It was still a good movie, though, in my opinion. I don't think that what they did change. I still think it was a good movie as a whole. But yeah, they took a lot out. Oh, mess with like background sounds and stuff? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never thought about that. Probably could. Yeah, like hit a button and have a sound play. Yeah. All right. I'll look into that. That might be cool. All right, God's Warrior. Yeah. All right, everybody. Yep. All right. Happy Halloween, everyone. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope y'all had a good time. I hope y'all had as much fun tonight as I have. Of course, y'all know I appreciate you coming, but I say it again every time because I do appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for showing up and hanging out with me on Halloween. Thank you for bearing with my mic malfunction earlier. Luckily, y'all came to my rescue. Now I forget who it was that actually suggested that I unplug it and plug it back in. That saved the day. So, Dead Wolf. No, I haven't had the chance yet, Dead Wolf. I'm going to, though. I got it written down, man. Texas Hippie Coalition. Yeah, I got it written down, dude. Yeah. No, I just haven't had the chance yet. But I'm on it, dude. Who we got here? Let me see. Keith Peterson. Wheel Gauge. Ezekiel. God's Warrior. Zombie. Shannon. Dead Wolf Resistance. Artiste. Electronic Music Underground. Who else we got? Raziel. Caveman. Saturday Morning Retro, Metal Gear, Rusty Doob, Old Man. Who else we got here? Well, they're not going to let me scroll up. Oh, there we go. Did I say Keith Peterson already? All right. Well, if I didn't say your name, I apologize. But thank you for showing up and hanging out with me on this Halloween. Crabman. Can't forget Crabman. I appreciate y'all. I have such a blast doing these live streams. And, you know, what we spent most of the time talking about candy. That's just awesome. Where else the hell are you going to go and talk about candy from the 80s and shit for 2 hours, you know? And then horror movies. I love this shit. So thank y'all for showing up and hanging out with me. And, spending a couple hours with me reminiscing about the good old days. That's just, I appreciate it so much. So thank y'all. And tomorrow morning is our next live stream, Saturday morning. So I invite y'all, if y'all are going to be up that early, I'll start it at 5 Eastern time. And that's when most of our fellow Gen Xers from overseas show up, because that's their perfect time. That's like in the afternoon to them. So it's awesome. But we'll be doing one. We'll be doing one tomorrow morning. So I invite y'all to join us if you're awake, but that early. And so thanks again. Happy Halloween, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope y'all just enjoy the hell out of yourselves this weekend. Hope y'all eat enough candy to throw up, just like the old days. And I'll leave you there with that. As always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.